We're currently inside of a whale, a ginormous whale. These two people are trying to catch it so that they could eat it. This other guy's trying to protect the whale. I feel like we're gonna get this whale back to where it wants to go.
A promise between
All those markings that it has on its head,
again.
self-inflicted. It's been trying to break that rock.
All who have seen Laboon ask the same questions. Why does he continually strike his body against the red line? Why does he keep howling at Reverse Mountain? Listen closely, and I will reveal to you Laboon's tragic story.
We'll help you out, Laboon. Is that little baby Laboon?
One fine sunny day, while I was fulfilling my duties as the lighthouse keeper, some good-natured pirates came down Reverse Mountain. They were followed by a baby whale, spry and chipper, whom I would soon come to know as the one and only Laboon.
Wow.
He is an
Aw,
island whale,
look
one
how
of the largest in the
cute.
world. They are a rare species found only in the West Blue. Laboon had developed a bond with the pirates, traveling with them for much of their journey. But knowing the dangers of the Grand Line, the pirates chose to leave Laboon behind in the West Blue. But the stubborn little whale followed them anyway. I suspect that Laboon had somehow come to feel that those pirates were his family. The wear and tear on the pirate ship was quite severe, so they stayed here for several months. In that time, I too was able to forge a close relationship with them.
Wow.
Thus, when the day of their departure finally arrived,
I have a favor to ask of you, my dear friend. Could you look after Laboon for a few years? When my men and I have completed our voyage around the world, we'll be back. We're taking our ship to the end of the Grand Line.
They never
Until
came
we
back.
return, I need you to wait for us here with Crocus. You can't come with us. It's too dangerous, even for a mighty whale like you. Don't worry, 3 years will pass by like a flash. And don't forget, no matter the distance, our friendship lasts forever.
That's his Shanks.
Laboon! You have to wait for us here and mine Crocus, Laboon. Don't worry, we'll be back. I promise.
He's been waiting all this time.
that was 50 long years ago.
50?
No wonder he's upset. That kind of weight would drive anyone
So this
crazy.
guy was only in his 20s?
This is some canal. Amazing this whale's still alive with a hole like this in his body.
I suppose you're responsible for this?
Just a doctor's playful mind.
Doctor?
That's right, legally certified. I also ran a clinic on the Cape once upon a time. Before that, I served as a ship's doctor.
Really? Then join us. We need a doctor.
Don't be ridiculous. I no longer have that kind of energy. Exploring the seas is a young man's birth.
Should have a doctor, though.
Hollows out the inside of a whale.
Maybe it's part of the treatment.
The girl is right. With a creature of this size, it's virtually impossible to treat it from the outside. Therefore, I devised a more drastic solution.
Wow. I can't believe this thing has doors on it. Well, what are we gonna do with these people?
Don't you think 50 years is a bit extreme? Those pirates sure know how to test someone's patience.
Idiot, don't you get it? This is the Grand Line. His friends are dead. That whale can wait forever. They won't be back.
Sad to say, but that's probably true. Back in the day when those guys
What if
traveled
they're-
the Grand
what if they're
Line,
not
it was an
dead? What if
uncharted
they're
sea,
alive?
1,000 times more treacherous than it is now.
Why are you all being so pessimistic? You don't know that they're dead. They could still come back for them.
Yeah.
Have some sympathy, will you?
Laboon's cohorts aren't dead. The truth is they abandoned their quest. I learned that they turned tail and left the Grand Line.
Really?
Believe it. I mean, why abandon him like that?
Seasons, weather, currents, wind direction. On the Grand Line, these elements seem to defy the very laws of nature. Common sense is useless, and the terror of that fact can be quite overwhelming.
So if I've
Yeah.
got this straight, what you're saying is these pirates were a bunch of cowards who cared more about saving
That's what
their
we
own
keep
asses
hearing
than
about
keeping
this
a
place.
promise to a friend.
Why would anyone abandon such a loyal creature? Just look at him. It's cruelty on a grand scale.
Maybe for
But if
some
you've
reason
known
they
all
can't
this,
find
why
him.
haven't you told him? Laboon can obviously communicate with you. He seems to understand humans quite well for a whale.
I did tell him, down to the last miserable detail. Your friends left the Grand Line. The bond you shared with each other was real. just as real as the promise they made to return for you one day. But still, face the facts. Those men are never coming back.
He does not accept those words.
I understand that you don't want to accept it, but you need to realize that this is how things are. Listen!
Oh, whoa!
Laboon! That was the day that Laboon began to howl at Reverse Mountain. Soon after, he started slamming his body against the red line. It's as if he believes that wall is what keeps his friends away. And by
Maybe it
breaking
is.
he can clear the path for their return.
I admire his dedication.
Never gave up
What
on
if it's his friends
He
that are
refuses to
stuck?
believe there's no way for him to go back to the West Blue. So what we have is a paradox of tragic proportions. Laboon is a lost soul dying to live with his friends, but won't stop killing himself to reach them.
Tragedy. Still, for all the grief those pirates put him through, they did the same to you by saddling you with their burden. I mean, you've done enough for Laboon. What about you?
He needs someone to tend his wounds, and I'm all he's got. For years, he's battered himself while I've patched him up. A strange friendship, but it works.
What's he doing?
What's that idiot up to?
I gotta watch him every second.
We've been watching him. Look what happens.
Whoa! Oh my
Think
gosh!
he's aware that that's our mast?
And now it's on top of a whale.
Why'd he do that? Hey, Luffy, stop tearing up the ship!
We better start repairing this thing, man. So why did he do that?
The boy! He's dead!
Oh, don't worry. It'll take way more than that to kill Luffy. Ha, gotcha.
What does he think he's doing?
Can we get an explanation about this?
It's a draw. I'm stronger than I look, but I have a feeling you knew that. I can always tell when someone's itching to fight. Well, if you want a battle, I'll gladly
He
give it.
wanted to fight him.
Your shipmates used to spar with you, didn't they? And you miss it. Well, I can rival anything they threw at you. Tell you what, after me and my friends travel the Grand Line, we'll come back here and find you. And then you better be ready for a rematch.
Oh look, another promise like that. He used to spar with those other pirates?
Hey, not bad. Consider this
Looks
a
like the
symbol of
first
my
flag
promise
that he
to
made.
come do battle with you. Of course, it's a rush paint job, so you'll have to be careful and avoid hitting your head or you'll rub it off. Understand?
Wow.
Where are they?
That whale is part of the crew.
Oh, you mean those two weirdos? I guess they escaped. Must have happened when we were distracted by Laboon. I wonder who they were.
Miss Wednesday, what are we going to do now?
First, put some distance between us and these morons. Then we report to the boss. Our time for completing this mission has long since run out.
I can hear the others now. They're probably already calling us traitors.
I know, but without our weapons, we've no choice but to go back to the office and start over.
And this time, no one will stop us.
What are you missing?
No, I couldn't have.
What is it?
It's gone.
What?
What's that?
What's this thing?
How could you have lost the log pose?
I don't know. I must
compass?
have dropped it somewhere. But we're not going anywhere without it.
How awful!
No, this can't be happening.
What?
It's
What?
Oh no!
Is that a cat?
unluckies.
Or a bird?
Time.
Mr. 13.
That's a cat on a bird?
Don't be hasty. Please, we can explain.
We'll check in with boss.
13. Why are they numbered? What's happening? What was that all about?
Don't think I forgot about you, elephant bluefin tuna.
Oh yeah.
That's my life.
I forgot
You
about
breaks
that
it, then I put
tuna.
it back together. Hey, get off your
When
lazy
are we gonna
butt. Give
cook
me a
that
hand.
up?
This ship isn't gonna fix itself, you know.
What?
You mind? Keep it down.
Is there some problem, my dearest Nami? If it's food you're worried about, say no more. Someone say food.
That's so much.
Idiots, the compass is broken. The needle just spins. It won't stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I don't
That's
know
just
about
how it
you,
is
but
over
I'm
here.
getting dizzy.
Whoa, this is cool.
Well, isn't that thing that
It is
Luffy found
sadly apparent that none of you
compass?
possess the slightest knowledge about how things work here. Did you all come here to die?
Crazy.
Great spread.
It's for everyone.
There is nothing wrong with your compass. The Grand Line has little regard for the rules of the sea.
No wonder.
Common sense is useless in this place.
The needle. Why does it spin?
Because we are surrounded by a powerful magnetic field. The islands here are riddled with magnetic minerals which cause all sorts of abnormalities. Also, the winds and currents lack constancy in their patterns. As a navigator, I'm sure you can appreciate this dilemma.
So then, if we don't have a way to tell direction, this whole trip is hopeless. I don't know what to say. We're screwed.
Hey, you're the navigator, so navigate us out of here. This is delicious.
It's gonna be hard to be a navigator without a working compass.
So I can figure this out. This noise of the elephant tuna is my favorite part.
So
Tasty.
adapt.
If you have any hope of navigating the Grand Line, you're going to need a log pose to guide you.
Log pose? I've never heard of it.
It's a specially designed compass that can record levels of magnetism.
Is it strange looking?
Why, yes, it does have an odd
Yeah,
shape.
Luffy found one.
Like this?
Yes, exactly. Only a fool courting disaster would attempt to travel the Grand Line without one.
Understood. Excuse me for 1 second. So, why didn't you tell me you had one of those log things?
You didn't know.
I found it on deck, just laying there. Those two weirdos must have dropped it when they escaped. Did they? Why'd you hit me?
She's being Sakura right now.
Okay. Huh, but there isn't a dial face on this thing.
You don't need one. It's a special brand of magnetism that runs through the Grand Line Islands, complete with its own set of rules that makes it possible to get around. By recording the level of magnetism between two islands, you can chart a route from one island to the next. The log pose method is really the only choice, since the magnetism here presents huge problems for conventional navigation. As it turns out, Reverse Mountain is a great starting point. It produces 7 levels of magnetism. But it doesn't matter which one you choose to start with. Eventually, all of them will pull against each other and form one route. And the island at the end of that route is Raftel, the last and most mysterious in the Grand Line.
Wow.
Its very existence was confirmed by the King of the Pirates, the only known person to have
Gold
traveled
Rush.
the Grand Line in its entirety.
That's it. That must be where the One Piece is hidden.
That's the most prominent theory. But no one's been able
What
to
if
set
it's
foot
not?
on Raftel Island since.
Raftel.
Don't worry, we'll know soon enough.
I think it's probably gonna take a long time.
Well, I'm satisfied. You guys ready to go?
I told you that was for all of us.
He ate.
Even ate the bones.
A log pose.
He
We have
ate
to take
all of
so
it?
much care of this. It's the key to finding the greatest treasure of all time.
You greedy bottomless pit! You ate the meal I made for Nami. Well, I hope you left room for your dessert.
That one was deserved. Did that really just happen?
Ow. Why is everyone
You never
hitting
think of
me?
anyone but yourself. and-
Sanji?
Yes.
Both of you, get out of my sight before I wring your neck!
Ay, ay, ay. Who knew this thing would be so fragile?
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the log pose work better when it's not broken?
Oh no, our log pose is ruined.
Calm yourselves. I will give you my own.
Oh,
As a
yes.
thank you for helping Laboon.
And there's those guys.
Good, I'm not dead.
Hello, dear lady. Allow me to help you to your feet.
Oh, thank
Nice
you.
day, don't you? Hey, we need a favor.
Whiskey Peak. Huh, that's a funny name.
So, what is it?
That's where we live. Sir.
How are you stranded? Where's your ship?
Well, it was destroyed.
Asking us for a ride is pushing it, Mr. Nine, especially after you tried to kill the whale.
What's with the wardrobe? What are you supposed to be?
I am a
They're,
king.
I was gonna say they're royal,
Oh, please.
or they
We can't
try to act
say.
like it. I
She's
guess.
right. You have to believe us. Our only motive here is getting home. We'd tell you everything if we could. It's just that,
Mystery is our company's motto.
you see, we have to be mysterious. It's sort of a rule.
We have confidence in your character. Can't you give us the same courtesy?
Please, we're begging you, show some mercy.
Don't do it. These two fools are dishonest to the core. They can't be trusted.
Listen, I should mention that our log pose was broken and we don't have another one, so still want to ride with us?
What? You broke it? That was mine. Those aren't cheap, you know.
You're stuck here too? How long were you gonna make us back before you bothered to tell us?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Crocus gave us his log pose, so...
Please have pity on us.
Lousy bitch. She tricked us.
It's fine. You can ride with us. You said your home is called Whiskey Peak? Let's go there.
Why? These two are obviously some pretty shady characters. Why would we take them anywhere?
It's fine. Don't sweat the small stuff. We'll be all right.
Choose your route carefully. Once you
Well,
head
I
out
wonder how
from here,
that's
you'll
gonna
be committed
go.
to that course.
That's
do wanna
okay.
see
If
this
we don't
place,
like
though,
it,
that they're
we'll try a different
from.
route next time. Okay.
And I want to
it's
know
time we
what
get
was up with
going.
that cat on the bird.
Now that me and Laboon have an understanding, I can leave with a clear conscience.
Just who on earth do you think you are, anyway?
What's that? Me? Oh, I'm the man who'll be king of the pirates.
Not too bright, this one.
He'll do it.
Good to go. The log pose has had plenty of time to store the
We'll
route.
accomplish it.
The needle should be pointing in the same direction as the map.
It's pointing directly to Whiskey Peak. See ya, Pops! Thanks again for the log pose!
Do these
Take
things have to be
care!
made
Have a
like
safe
it's a
trip,
freaking
my
light
boy.
bulb on
I'm
your
off,
wrist?
Laboon. Be ready to fight when I
Like,
get
how do you
back.
protect this thing from not breaking?
Next stop, Whiskey Peak. Ready, gang? Let's set sail!
Got another Nami shirt. She definitely changes wardrobe more than anyone else.
Luffy and his exuberant crew could be the very pirates we've been waiting for. That young captain sure has a way about him. It's uncanny, really. Wouldn't you agree? Roger.
He's just like him. All right, so we're off to go and bring those two people to their village or whatever. I'm interested to see like what that place is like. Like, are they all gonna be dressed like their royalty? You know, this guy was talking about this trip that we're gonna be on the Grand Line. There's gonna be like a bunch of different islands, bunch of different places, but like the very last one, like the only known person to reach it was Gold Roger. And so that's where we're assuming that the One Piece is. But the thing is, we still don't really know what the One Piece even is. So who knows, man? Like, is it a materialistic thing? Like, what is it? Also, like, is it even there? You know, and Luffy's like, we'll be there soon enough. But I think like it's probably gonna be forever until we get there. But it definitely very exciting. And the whale, we got that little bit of a backstory. There were like these pirates that he befriended. They said they were going to come back for him, and that was 50 years ago, and they never came back. And so we're assuming that they're dead and everything, but and yeah, maybe they are, because that's a long time. Luffy, since he knows how people and animals, even we saw in the last arc as well, he knows how they're feeling just by looking at them. And so he was able to figure out like, oh, this whale wants to fight. Like, that's what he used to do back in the day with his buddies. So like he started to fight with him. And so that was pretty cool. And then Luffy made a similar promise. He was just like, hey, like when we're done with the Grand Line, like we'll come back for you. And then he painted the pirate logo on him. But what did you think about the episode? Let me know down in the comment section. If you did enjoy the reaction, leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you're watching on YouTube, consider checking out patreon.com/DonDiego if you want to catch these reactions ahead of time. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.